Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super excited and grateful to be here with you today. I know this isn't my normal solo episode day, but if you've been following along, Monday I featured one of my good friends, Lisa Christine Somerville. It was just a great interview and I had to get it out on Monday. So I'm here with you all today to talk about something that comes up very, very often in regards to LinkedIn. And as you saw in the description of the episode, a lot of people are focused on how do I create engaging content on LinkedIn? How do I get more people to see my content? How do I get more people to engage with my content? How do I really build those relationships in a more genuine, authentic, and meaningful way using LinkedIn? And what I'll tell you is that there are no tricks, there are no shortcuts, but there are 4 specific things that can be done. You know, something that we're all looking to do is to find better ways to create connections and create engagement with our networks on LinkedIn. And one of the best ways to do that is creating content on the platform. Because a lot of people are like, well, what can I do? Is it about my messaging? But with that being said, one of the biggest struggles that people say they have on LinkedIn is the construct of creating that engaging content. What do I post? How long should my post be? What's the best content I should create? Should I be doing videos? Should I be doing polls? There's so many questions that come up. There are always questions to be answered when it comes to creating engaging and meaningful content on LinkedIn. My goal in this episode is to give you that clear direction of what you should be doing on either a daily or weekly basis to create more engaging content, and how, at the end of the day, to create better relationships with those that you are connected to on LinkedIn. So here are the 4 ways. Number 1, ask questions to get answers. This is something I've talked about often. One of the best ways to create engaging content on LinkedIn is to simply add a CTA, a call to action, in every piece of content that you create. Now, this is not meant to be a sales pitch, hire me, sign up with me, work with me. It's meant to be a way to genuinely entice your network to engage with you in a genuine and meaningful way. At the end of your posts, so whatever you choose to create on LinkedIn, whether it's a post, it's a video, it's a newsletter, it's an article, it's a poll, whatever it is, at the end of your post, video, or any of your content, just ask a simple question. And some simple examples are, what was your biggest takeaway from today's post? Comment below. What tip from today's post helped you the most? Drop your comment below. Which of the above tips are you going to immediately apply? Drop your comment below. You have to ASK to GET. You have to ask in order to get. So that is number one. Number two, make sure that your content is solving the problems that people currently have. Make sure your content solves the problems that people currently have. One of the easiest ways to create engaging content on LinkedIn is to create content that solves the problems that your target market or ideal client is having right now. Every single person is seeking for ways to improve themselves and their businesses. So give them what they want, which are the answers to their questions. There are so many people that are afraid that if I give too much, or if I let too many people under the curtain or the kimono of what I teach and what I offer, that they're not going to work with me. There's an old adage that states you have to give in order to get. There is absolutely 100% no such thing as giving too much. But on the opposite end of that, there is a such thing as giving too little. If you want to create engaging conversations and relationships with those that are in your network on LinkedIn, start by creating content that solves the problems that your target market currently has. Whether it be tips or how-tos, think about what your network is currently struggling with. And those are the types of pieces of content that you should be creating. Solve problems. People will always come back to those that have created content that solves problems and moves the needle of those businesses forward. So that's number two. Number three, make sure that your content adds value to the commentary of which you provide. Provide value-added commentary. A person will always be more willing to engage in content that is truly value-added as opposed to content that is value-lacking. So it brings up the question, why would someone not want to create content that pours value into the person who's reading it? Something I always think about. Why wouldn't you want to provide value? And it's a great question. And it's one that I still have trouble answering. I don't know why people don't want to create value-added content. So many business owners want to create more impact and income, but when it comes to creating value-added commentary within their content, they fear if they give too much away, no one will want to pay for what they have to offer. This, in my humbled and honest opinion, couldn't be further from the truth. People will always come back to your content time and time again if they know that each piece of content that is written, that you've created, is value added and jam-packed with information that they can apply to their given business right away. This is exactly how you build the know, like, and trust. I've said this in previous episodes. No one will ever buy anything from anyone that they don't know, like, or trust. So every single thing that you put out on LinkedIn or any social media platform for that matter should be value added. You should be giving free information away. If you want to create more business, if you want to create more connection, again, going back to something that I said earlier, you have to give in order to get. And finally, number 4. Do your market research. You want to find out what people are struggling with? Do your market research. You want to find out what holes and gaps your ideal client or business avatar has, do your market research. Even though this can sometimes be a taboo topic, LinkedIn polls still remain right now the best way to gain market research within your network. The best way. No, there's no other form of content that could be created on LinkedIn that gets you this kind of market research. Now, market research is vital for you to gain the knowledge and information required for you to then provide thought-provoking content each week on LinkedIn. You need this research. Now, I will say this. LinkedIn polls are not used to find out how someone takes their coffee, black, cream and sugar, but they are used to find out those points of struggle or pain from those within your network, as I stated before, where in turn, depending upon what those answers are within the poll that you've created, you can then provide that value-added content back to them in the form of a video, in the form of a long-form post, or an article or newsletter, or even a discussion in a group to build that know, like, and trust that we spoke about earlier. When LinkedIn polls are used properly, you will never, ever run out of value-added content to create for your growing and expanding network on LinkedIn. Never. I always use LinkedIn polls to figure out a way of getting answers from people within my network to provide that value-added content back. So last weekend, I asked people's opinions on engagement pods on LinkedIn. Do you like them or do you hate them? And overwhelmingly, people do not like them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create content based around the reasons why you should never join an engagement pod on LinkedIn. You ask questions to get answers. And that market research provides you all of the above. You find out those pain points where you can provide those value-added pieces of content on the platform to really build more engaging content. So again, these are the 4 ways to provide and create engaging content on LinkedIn. Ask questions to get answers, solve the problems that people have within your network, provide that value-added commentary with everything that you create, and do your market research. So again, I hope everyone enjoyed today's episode. Please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.